Various views were expressed on various platforms both yesterday and today regarding the impeachment motion against the Chief Justice.
Parliament consists of public representatives elected by the people's vote. These 225 people express the people's wishes. That is why it is called the Supreme Parliament. Therefore, no one has the ability to work against it. That would mean they are working against the people. If an official in top court is to be removed, there is a system for that. That is the system that was created through the law. It is according to this system that we signed and brought forward an impeachment motion against the Chief Justice. In the end, she withdrew from that. If people act in this manner, then what will happen? When you are summoned to a court, can you keep away saying that you do not have faith in the court or the judges? That action set a bad precedent. The two-thirds majority in Parliament today was not given by the people. They have gone over for money. They have used votes cast for the UNP to create their two-thirds majority. So even though they say Parliament is supreme, the people's mandate has not been implemented there. Parliamentarians who came in through the UNP were frightened on several fronts. The government used either the courts or the Department of Inland Revenue to strike fear in them. On the other hand, the government tried to say that their seat was illegally obtained and tried to have them removed. So they went over to the government in fear. So now they crossed over to the government and created a two-thirds majority, a majority bought for money. So how are they going to continue with this activity when they don't have a two-thirds majority? The government commenced this action in accordance with the prevailing constitution. What we can see is that the opposition parties and other forces in the country took this in hand and trapped the Chief Justice. She may have been aware of this. We are displeased with a lot of things that this government is doing, but we must understand that this is another step in an underhanded conspiracy to destabilize this country. What we have to say here is that just because the black courts get onto the street for this and say the people are rising up against the government, that will not happen. Ministers Rajitha Senaratne and Wimal Weerawansa are people who have appeared before the Chief Justice in cases, and the Chief Justice has handed down verdicts against them. So can they issue verdicts regarding the Chief Justice? The present government is prepared to undermine the independence of the judiciary in their quest for power. The present government is even willing to betray the respect and supremacy of Parliament for power. In order to affirm their continuity, the present government is prepared to do anything. This is the threat today.
ඕනම දෙයකට ලෑස්ති. දැන් අද එන තර්ජනයක් මේකයි. මේට කලින් ප්‍රකාශන කරා විධායකයා ව්‍යවස්ථාදායක.
Prior to this, a statement was issued saying that the executive, legislature and judiciary must not clash. But now clashes have been created between the executive, legislature and judiciary. Your Excellency the President, I request that you unite all these factors, unite Parliament and the judiciary to do a service to this country. If there are clashes in the judiciary, then what will happen to the people? The people will not be able to seek redress from the courts. Some politicians have already buried the judiciary.
If the justice is going to be, justice to the Chief Justice is going to be at this stake, how can an innocent citizen of this country can expect justice from this government? Because as far as minorities are concerned, even to win the 13th Amendment, even to implement the 13th Amendment, we have to go to the Supreme Court. If we are enjoying some powers of 13th Amendment, that is because of the Supreme Court. The government never allowed us to allow the people of the North to enjoy that. Or the governors never allowed the Northeast people to enjoy any rights through the 13th Amendment. Always they have to go to the Supreme Court to win that.